merchant, isn't it? Merchant ship.
Yes, merchant ship. Yeah, it's about selling and buying. Okay. It is a merchant ship. Merchant ship. Okay? They don't wage war. And it's significant because not only do they not wage war, but he's able to bring his whole, he's got this trunk, he's got all this stuff with him. They're not planning on waging war, right? So he's just freely become a merchant marine, all of this sort of thing. They're just buying and selling stuff. He gets drafted onto the Bellipotent. Do you know what, and this is, we don't know Latin that much anymore, but if you break it here, what does potent typically mean? It's potent. It's what? Power. Yeah, it's powerful, strong. So it's all about strength and potency. Do you know what bellus means? Or balloon. What does bell mean? Bellus. What does antebellum mean?
Anti-war, against the war.
Okay, and
Before.
before, thank you. Yes. Maybe I said it wrong. Antebellum might mean anti-war. But A-N-T-E means before. We have all these antebellum homes down here, right? So we've got antebellum are before the Civil War, right? That's why an antebellum dress, the hoop skirts,
My sister has one of those.
are before the war. So the Bellipotent is a warship, and the title refers to strength in war, right? It's a strong warship. I made a mistake when I was in graduate school taking Latin, and you may be able to, I don't know, but you might be able to do a play on words here. Because let's look at page 998. Everyone should look at page 998, where we're talking about he gets moved from the rights man to the Bellipotent. The Bellipotent is on 998, counting from the top line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is the sixth line down, first word on page 998, line 6, word number 1, Bellipotent. It means strong or powerful in war. It's a strong warship. But if we also look down here, it's the same paragraph, and I'm counting up from the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines up. It starts at the end of that line. He refers to Billy Budd. He says, here comes Apollo with his portmanteau, because he's bringing that whole chest with him, right? Apollo is a war god, that's true, but Apollo is also going to be very handsome, okay? So we've got beauty and strength together, okay? If you remember what they said about, what kind of guy is he?
He's really attractive.
He's very attractive, yes. He's strong and attractive, right? Goes together. And for the Greek ideal, it would go together, and I suppose for the Roman ideal as well. So you've also got another word here that is close. It's bellus, I think. Bellus is war. Bellum, I think, and watch me get it wrong, is beauty. I'm not sure which ending. But when you decline them, the endings can wind up being the same, which thoroughly confused me, and I translated this thing so badly that it almost, when I said the answer in class, my Latin professor almost fell out of his chair laughing at me, because I mixed up war and beauty, and you really mess up a sentence when you switch from war to beauty, totally different things. But you could say that he has strength in war and strength in beauty. It can be a play on words. Bellipotent can kind of tie beauty and strength, or it can be a powerful warship. And that works when you think about Billy Budd, because he's handsome and he's strong. So you've got strength and beauty there in him, as well as the fact that this is a powerful warship. And he is drafted into this warship, which he doesn't want to do, right? He's not a very, as we said on the quiz, does he kill Jenny Legs on purpose? No, it's an accident, right? And he's only trying to defend himself. He's trying to defend his innocence at that point, right? So there's this sense that he is this good guy, he's an innocent guy, all of that sort of thing. Okay, so that's why it's important to think about the two different ships that he's serving on. He's gone from being this guy who is kind of in the romantic realm of, oh, it's, just the rights of man and it's all beautiful and it's a very romantic, ideal sort of way of living, to the realities of what are people really like, right? What are these people really like? You go from a merchant ship to a warship and you find out that they can be sneaky and conniving and trying to get him in trouble when he hasn't done anything, right? Okay, so there's a reality there. There is also on the top of 999 this problem of sinister dexterity. Let's start with the 3 lines at the bottom of 998. I just about beat these 2 or 3 pages, well, yeah, these 2 or 3 pages to a pulp here. The last 3 lines on 998. I'm starting kind of in the middle there. And yet, more likely, if satire was in effect, it was hardly so by intention, for Billy, though happily endowed with the gaiety of high health, youth, and a free heart, was yet by no means of a satirical turn. What does he do that they think, is he being satirical? Is he making fun? What is it that they're saying there he may have done in a silly way?
When you wave by.
Yeah, he's waving by. Well, what's wrong with waving by to your old ship?
It kind of didn't show you loyalty.
Yeah, and the Captain Veer gets, it's like everybody's mad at him and everything. And he's like, well, I didn't mean anything. I was just saying goodbye, right? But they're taking it as though he's being satirical or being maybe ironic or joking, sarcastic, something. But the top line here is, on 999, the will to it and the sinister dexterity were alike wanting. He did not have the sinister dexterity. And here we go with some more Latin. It hasn't been that long since most people would have studied Latin in school. Okay, sinister. He did not have the sinister dexterity. Melville's being funny here. Okay, it's humorous, but he's kind of got hidden jokes. Okay, I think he is. Sinister means left-handed in Latin, or the left hand. I guess I should just say sinister is the left hand. Dexter is the right hand. For instance, if you were to say the creed, if you were a member of a church that said the creed, and you said it in Latin, you would say that Christ sits sedes ad dexteram. He sits at the right hand of the Father. Okay, so he sedes ad dexteram, on the right hand. The right hand is a good thing, is good, but if you're left-handed in the ancient world, ooh, you're evil. Okay? The left hand is evil. And you're going, oh, those crazy ancient people, evil left hand. In 1950, 1960, if you wrote with your left hand when you were a little kid, people would make you write with your right hand. Because, ooh, there's something wrong with you if you are left-handed. No, we're going to write with our right hand. Now we know that makes no sense at all. But it's just kind of weird. Did they make you change hands? No, but you are left-handed. Yes. Did anybody experience being forced into writing right-handed? No.
They tried, so I'm
I
ambidextrous.
was ambidextrous, and my mom told me that I had to write with my right hand. Yeah.
That's terrible.
Because she didn't want me to mix up my hand,
Oh.
have a hard time when I grew up. Yeah.
And it is, it's like you don't have very many left-handed notebooks. You don't have very many left-handed desks. Scissors are not made for left-handed people. It is harder. So it's, yeah. And it's, I don't know, but it's also, okay. Well, it is also interesting because Alicia's an English major, but oddly enough in graduate school, I had this multi-discipline graduate program. Tended to be women, right-handed women in the literature program, but there was a political philosophy program. You sit at the back of the room, 95% of the people in front of me, this is a lot of people, 95% of the class was it was guys, and they were all left-handed. I'm not kidding. To sit at the back of a room of like 15 or 20 people, and they're all left-handed, they were all political philosophers. It was very strange. I mean, you go find in a group of people, 15 or 20 left-handed people all at one time. It's hard to come across them because they're not that many people. But anyhow, left-handed was considered evil, and so he's saying sinister is that evil, but dexterity, like yours, dexterity means the ability to do things. So there's something good about it, that ability or skill. He has the dexterity, physical ability. And like you said, you were ambidextrous, as long as we're doing this maze learn and we're Latin. If you're ambidextrous, dexterity now has come to mean ability or flexibility, physical ability, rather than just the right hand. It's like ambi is either side. Just like if you are ambivalent, ambivalent means to go, like to fly or to move. If you are ambivalent about a position, like if you're ambivalent about who you want to be governor, that means one day you want this guy to be governor, the next day you want that guy to be governor. Or
Undecisive.
undecisive, yes. But more than that, you really want this and then you really want that.
You want the best of both worlds.
Yes, you want the best of both worlds. There we go. So you're going in both directions, okay? So there's a whole bunch of Latin for you. Why not? Okay, sinister dexterity. That's why it's kind of funny. Also, it's funny because he's talking about satire down here at the bottom of 998. He makes little hints at things, okay? Now, we're going to go over here to page 1001. This is like how, and it's just, poor Melville. Maybe I'm reading too much into this. I don't know. But he talks about Hawthorne, okay? Hawthorne writes romances, okay? We've talked about romance and not like love, well, true love, or more, happy love. But it is that idea of transcendence and seeking the sublime and something that's mysterious or fantastic, okay?